Hi everybody. So today I have got this City Sites kit, which I wanted to share with you. It comes in a great box, which I've already got out of the way. I just wanted to open it with you and then quickly show you how quick and easy it is using the kits to make some cards. So if you're a beginner, they're absolutely perfect, particularly this not just this one, but some of them. It has a stamping block, which is great, so you don't have to buy one separately. Oh, that's got some mini dimensionals in there for you. It's got some gems which are super, look like copper. There's an ink spot in Pebbled Path. There's some tear and tape, not a lot admittedly, so I might need some more. And then there's your stamp set. So I am actually making a batch for my mum. These stamps don't come with any sentiments, which is fine with me because I actually want to make these into thank you cards. You then get, if I can get in, whoops, you get the card bases and matching envelopes. Oops, that's a bit of rubbish. So I think that's boho blue and basic beige. And then the cards themselves are pre-printed, which is what's so fun. So you can just go with what they've got there. And there we go. Or, as I'm going to do, cut them in half and make your own. So these actually come with some pre-printed sentiments. You've got happy birthday, you've got French and German as well. And then you've got these cityscapes. So we'll see what the instructions say about that. Some more card stocks, some, oh, what do you call this? I want to say corduroy, but it's not. But it's great for texture. And then some more sentiments, thinking of you today, in English, French, German, and Dutch as well. So that's great for my Dutch friend. So that's the pictures. I should have some oh, that is the instructions, silly me. Okay, and then you get this bit of chipboard which you can use for another project. So here it is, the instructions, and on the instructions you have this ruler. So you've got inches here and sentiments here, and it's basically, I kind of liken these to IKEA instructions. It shows you, so you're going to put your dimensionals, that's the tear and tape, and you're going to stamp and then pop these things out, and then you end up with your card. So it does number 1, number 2. So there's 2 designs, and you get, so it's 4 cards and 4 envelopes of each design, so 8 in total. Coordinating colours are basic beige, basic black, boho blue, copper clay, which is obviously what those gems are, misty moonlight, so it's misty moonlight as well as boho blue, and pebble path. So I'm going to make the 2 basic cards, and then I'm going to make a one-off. Okay, so let me get the instructions for number 1. I'm going to put them there. Now I'm not going to use the sentiments. As I said, I'm doing this as a birthday present for my mum, and she loves to have a load of thank you cards, and her favourite city is New York, and I thought this is perfect for her. I guess it's not based on any particular city, but it kind of reminiscent of New York with the skyscrapers. So that is what I'm going to do. So card number 1 is the blue one. So I just got to turn off. Got really hot and put my fan on, but I'm cold now. So I want one of these and one of these, and I'm going to put them to one side for later. Sorry, not the camera then. So which one do I want? So this is the one I want. I also want a bone folder, and I'm just going to fold it in half. Just get a really good crease on it, and as you can see, you've kind of got what looks like skyscrapers in the background, and the same with that one. So one is a portrait and one is landscape. Okay, and I've got my pebble path, I've got my stamp. Now I've got my own block, so I'm going to put that to one side, and I might do a raffle with that. Don't need that, don't need that. What am I doing first? Okay, so what I need are these bits. So I need the circular cityscape. Here we go. And I'm just gonna, right, now what have they done here? Oh, I see. I thought that was the cityscape. So I'm going to take that out. And then you actually could use that later on. And then I'm going to stamp the cityscape. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to line it. Whoops. Now. Oh, I see. They're not stamping the cityscape. That's very clever. They're just stamping this background stamp onto it so that it's made to look like skyscrapers. And I think they've done that with it. Yeah, okay. Okay, and again, I'm not going to use that pebble path. I'm going to keep those, and I will do a prize draw at some stage. And some lucky winner. Hang on, let me see a stamp there. No, I'm not. I'm in the wrong way. That's okay. Okay, so I'm just going to ink this up. Oh, actually, I'm going to do this because when you get a new stamp, it has sort of some, I don't know what it is, like a top layer. And so the first couple of times you stamp, it won't stamp well. So and I don't actually have any scrap paper with me, so let's just ink that up. This is Pebble Path ink, Pebbled Path ink even. And how far up do we stamp? We stamp quite far up. But that's okay. If it goes on my glass mat, then I can just wipe it off. And actually, what I'm going to do is get the tops of those buildings in. And then you can see I have got some, so I'm just going to wipe that off. And get it all over my fingers, and then it ends up where it shouldn't. Okay, let's pop that away for a minute. And that's a bow I didn't use, and I just I stuck it on my chamois for some reason. So I'm just going to wipe that clean. There we go. And the next thing to do is to pop that on. So it's this one we're doing, the portrait one, is to pop that on with dimensionals. Yes, with dimensionals. Mini dimensionals, which I have here. So I'll keep that for when I'm doing mobile stamping. And they're even showing you on here where to put the dimensionals to get the best coverage. So one there, one there, one there, one there. I'm glad about this because this is how I would have done it. And a lot of people would just do it around the edge, and it drives me mad because I think it's just going to squash down and lose its oomph. And then these ones fit up here. And then two more around the side. One there. And one there. Now I think it needs some more, so I'm going to put some more in. 1, 2, 3, 4. My little pot. This is probably going to be the bit that takes the longest. It's taking the backs off the dimensionals. There we go. Nearly done. Nope, one more. So I got them all. And then that kind of goes in the middle. Like so. There we go. And then corrugated, that's the word, corrugated. And there's actually two lengths. There's a long one and a short one. And this one is a short one. And it has, oh, there's two sheets of it actually. Is there two sheets? No, right. And it has a banner end. So, and that's going to go over there, covering that gap. And then they've put happy birthday on it. But I want to do thank you. So I will do those later because I need to get some. I might actually use it on that half if I start playing around with them. And that just needs a bit of trimming because it's showing some white there. There we go. So I'm just going to pop some glue. And that's going to go along there. Just line that up and get it straight. Now, does it have any gems? Yes. 1, 2, 3. So, and I will use these because these are lovely. Right, how do I get these out? Ah. There we go. That was tough to spot. So as I said, this is a kit. It's called the City Sites kit. And as I said, it's just great, especially for beginners because you've got everything you need. Right, so where have they put that? They've put one down there, one up there, and there's the third one. And it's interesting because I don't know when I was told this, but apparently your brain finds them better if it's odd numbers. So there's the 3. Okay, so do you see how quick and simple that was? And then you've got an inside, you can either stamp a sentiment. And I am going to do, that's a little bit wonky, but it's okay when I put my sentiment over. So on the picture, you have the circle happy birthday on it in Pebble Path. And I will do my own circle and stamp thank you on it. So I need to do that separately. So that's one card. And you can see I've got part of a cityscape there. And do you know what this would be great to do with? Would be some blending brushes. So anyway, can keep that. And then we're going to move on to the landscape one. And this one is actually using... is it using the stamp? Yes, it is using the stamp set. So I need to pop that onto my block, which I've lost. There it is, hiding. Now, is that big enough? No, it's not. I'll pop it in the middle. And I've got my Pebble Path. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing just to get the surface stuff off it. Now, what am I stamping this onto? I am stamping this onto the landscape. Okay. So normally you would put your card down and you would take your stamp to it, but because it needs to line up with this, and I'm going to keep that because I want to do something with that, I'm actually going to, just going to make sure it's well and truly stamped up. I'm actually going to turn my stamp over and pop my die cut on top. It's not perfect, but that's probably better than if I had done it manually. So I'm just going to close that and give that a quick clean. Okay, pop that back. And then we'll just finish. So what are they telling me to do now? So I've stamped that, and then they want me to put tape at the bottom and dimensionals at the top. Oh, I see, to get like a 3D effect. That's very clever. Where did my tape go? Oh, there it is. So this is tear and tape, which you can tear. I don't have much strength in my hands, but I can still do it just about. It is harder for me, but there you go. And that's why you've got a small, you don't need an awful lot of it. Now I'm actually going to use, where have they put them? Yeah, I'm actually going to use my bigger dimensionals because it's not going to be right at the top. Oh, they don't want one there. Okay, so just the 3. We'll see when I've put it down. Let me get my bone folder and go over this. Okay. And whereabouts do they place it? So they've placed it slightly to the right. And that edge there is just kind of with the where the mirror image starts. There we go. That's very clever, actually. I don't know if you can see that effect. So this one is kind of flat because it's low, and then the higher they get, that's. Can you see the dimensionals? I don't think you can, actually. Get my finger out of the way. It's very clever. Okay, then we've got another bit, and this is a longer bit of the corrugated card, and it's a bit narrower. And which way is that going? Oh, it doesn't have an edge, so it doesn't matter. And that's just going. Oh, and according to them, it does have an edge, so maybe I'm supposed to cut it. No, this bit doesn't. This bit. That's interesting because it looks like it's going underneath, so it should go flat, but they want it on. Oh, that's what they wanted it on dimensionals. Right, okay. Let's see if I can get this up. I have my spatula. So I have made a mistake. This is why I said it's like using IKEA directions, but that's okay. So they want it to go on dimensionals underneath. I quite like that effect, actually, but anyway. And it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to put that under there. How far along do we go? Just coming out there. Like so. And then the tear and tape is now on there. See, I think that one does need a bit of dimensional underneath it now. I quite like that idea that it was flat and then down again. But anyway, there we go. I've done it the way they want you to now. So there we go. And then the thinking of you banner. Actually, I just realised I can use their circles instead of what they've put. Thinking of you today. So what I'm going to do is I will get a blend, and that's boho blue, and put thanks on there, and then that goes along the bottom. So it should go like that, thinking of you today, right along the bottom of the buildings. Thinking of you today. And that's not straight. Oh, for goodness sake, I can't seem to do anything straight today. Right, come on. This spatula is brilliant. It came from my Cricut, which I've got rid of years and years and years ago, but I kept the spatula and it is so useful. Okay, let's get this straight. If I line that up there, that's better. Much better. So the thinking of you today goes along there, but I'm going to blend that and stamp thank you. Okay, so there's the 2 cards. That's the 2 cards as Stampin' Up have given you the instructions. And I just wanted to show you, because that bit that I had left over, which I'm not sure what I've done with it. Let's put that out of the way. Right, here we go. So I'm going to cut this. This is the buildings, the one we've just done. Just okay, cut that. And then there's some white around the edge, so I'm going to have to cut that off. Just going to get the edge of the circle. That's it. And then now I need to cut these white bits off. There we go. And I've got, have I got a wild wheat? Yes. Okay, I have a wild wheat already cut, basic card. So that is half of an A4. So the width is 10.5 and the height, so it's 14.8 by 10.5, and I'm having it as a portrait. And then what I need to do is put that there, but stamp. I need to stamp my image. So, and I also want. Oh, do you know what? I think I'm actually going to do it on. I think I want a matte. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it on Pebble Path. And have a matte. Right, so let me just cut this down. So I'm doing this on the fly. I haven't practiced this at all. Cut this. I think I'm going to just do this with my trimmer actually, just to get the measurements right. So I've got 2 bits now. That's my card base, and that's my. There we go. So what do I want this cut down to? Let's go with 8.5 by 12.5. Let's see how that's going to look, because I want to see the Pebble Path. Oh yeah, that's nice. And then what I can do is stamp in the middle of that, and then that will go over the top. Right, okay, that's the plan. So let's do that. So I need my stamp again. Okay. Now I'm going to do this before I lie it down, but what I'm actually going to do is mark where, I wish I could get rid of that reflection for you. There we go. I'm going to stamp. I need to work out. So I did an 8.5 by 12.5. This, I'm going to mark this, I think, so that I can see. And I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not actually measuring it. And I'm going to mark the inside corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should do it. That will give me, and then I'll just rub those out afterwards. So that should give me, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so now I know where I'm going to stamp, where I'm going to put my, where I'm going to stamp, and also where I'm going to put my, what do you call this? I can't think of the words, my brain. I keep doing that. The other day I was talking to my mum, and I was in mid-sentence, and I said, I can't remember what I was going to say, and it never came back to me. So I have no idea what's going on. Okay, so now I don't want to get my head in the way. But I'm going to line up with these inside these pencil marks. This is brilliant, this tool, just to get a bit of pressure. Oh, lovely, lovely jubbly. And just quickly clean that. Don't know if that's the stamp it's missing. Did that happen on the other one? Yeah, it did. It must be the stamp. In fact, there's not much ink left on there. I think most of it's on the card, which is good. That's basic beige. It's a slightly different type of card. Okay, yeah, I'm loving this set. Okay, now I need to rub out my pencil marks. Oops, that's already got some. Now I've got pencil with a fabulous rubber on it, but can I see it? There it is. It should actually be covered by the 3D effect bit that I'm going to do, but I just want to make sure. Get rid of that dirty rubber bit. Okay, love those pencils. So then this is going to go above it with dimensionals. But first of all, I'm going to pop that onto my, and I think I'll put some twine round. Let me see if I've got my twine handy. That's actually crumb cake. Crumb cake twine, so it might show up a bit better. Let's use that. I might need to order some more of this. And we'll put that round and tie a bow, so that should be enough. Yeah, this is great. I had 5 black, white, crumb cake, very vanilla, and I can't remember what the other one was. A grey, I think. So I need to restock these, I think. Okay, it's a bit curly. So I'm going to tie it around here and tie it in a bow. Now, normally I wouldn't do it right round, but twine is kind of, I don't know, it goes on forever. So actually what I'm going to do here, if I can, is tie a knot. I don't have enough hands for what I want to do. Right, go through there, please. Through there. That's it. Oh, now I've lost the other end. Oh, okay, that needs to be tighter. Okay, there we go. And now I can move it down to where I need it to be. Right, okay. And I'm going to stick this down. Need that to be down. I'm going to have to make that bow smaller, I think. I will use tear and tape just because I want to use this roll up. Now I need to make sure that's in the right place because I'm going to put this tear and tape over it, and that will hold it in place. There we go, that's finished. Now I always struggle to get my tear and tape up, but I found this is, oh, I can never remember, pick me up, I don't know what it's called, but it has some additional heads that you could get, and one of them is like a little hook. It's brilliant, so it's really makes it much easier to get the tear and tape off. Okay, 30 minutes, that's about right, and I'm nearly finished. There we go. And just line that up. Nope, that's too far over. That's the only problem with tear and tape. Once you've put it down, there's no getting it up. I just need to sort that ribbon out a bit. What I'm going to do is undo it and redo it in a minute. Oh, it's caught under there. That's it. So now I've got my 3D effect, and so I'm just going to pop some dimensionals. Now with the dimensionals, I mustn't use my ribbon scissors for that. These edge bits are great for things like this, unless you get them stuck to your finger. Okay. That we've got there. That bit will go along there. That bit will go along there. And let's cut some more. Okay, so hopefully I've got enough now. That bit will go there. I'm going to put a full-sized one in there. And then this little bit here will be perfect to go along the top here. Hopefully it won't be sticking out. Just a fraction. And now I just need the side. And that's going to be too wide, so I'm going to cut a strip. And I just need a little bit there, but it's too narrow to put anything there, so they're just going to have to be freestanding. Okay, let's just get my little pot. Actually, I think I need a little bit to go there. Perfect. Right, so again, the longest bit is going to be taking the backings off the dimensionals. But it's easier when they're in like groups. You don't have to do it individually. Gosh, my hand's hurting today. I don't know why. I do have some gloves, special gloves that I got from hand therapy, and they do really help. I meant to put one on, but I forgot. So we'll do it as soon as I finish this. Okay, so let's pop this over the top and see how it looks. And then I'll do my twine. So I'm just lining up with the stamp. Trying to get it straight. I just need to push these little bits under a bit. Oh, I am so thrilled with that. Love that. Looks like a picture to me, an actual like painted picture. Right, so all I need to do is stamp a sentiment, which I probably will do. I might even do it in white on Pebble Path. There we go. There's the bow. It's a little bit curly. It doesn't want to go straight. Do you know what? If you take your bone folder and just, because it's been curled round a thing, and pull it, and it should straighten it. There we go. Let's try the bow now. If not, I might just leave it as a knot. All right, that's too big. It's actually gone the way I wanted now. There we go. It's gone a bit, these, I've just realised these aren't my, they're not my, yeah, that's a mess. So what I'm going to do is tie another knot. Like that. I'm going to not make the same mistake twice. I'm going to use my ribbon scissors. And the great thing about this colouring is it is really good for masculine cards, because I don't know if you like me and really struggle. So what we'll do is just a bit of probably, if I've got some like that sticking out, to cover that, or maybe where I've got some spare space, a little circle at the top. So where did I have the Pebble Path? If I pop a circle out, oh my god, I've just got toothache. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would look good. There we go. But I really like that effect. So there's the two cards as per the kit, and then there is one where I've just taken that off cut and made that. I really love that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. The kit is available in my online store, and they're, as you saw, they're great value. You've got a stamp set, gems, some glues, a block, a link spot, and even some tear and tape, as well as 8 cards and 8 envelopes. I think it's fantastic value. Anyway, I'd love you to shop with me, and if you need anything, don't hesitate to